कैमरा 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 फोटोग्राफर के लिए कैमरा इन्फ्लुएंसर के लिए कैमरा 108 मेगापिक्सल का कैमरा ले लो कैमरा कैमरा कैमरा
क्या क्या बेच रहा है ब्रो?
स्मार्टफोन बेच रहे सर लोगे क्या
ओ
108 मेगापिक्सल का डीएसएलआर फीचर के साथ डीएसएलआर भूल
100
जाओगे
108 मेगापिक्सल कैमरा।
जी साहब
बाप रे, और क्या है इसमें?
अरे सर एकदम अरे फुल डीएसएलआर है
फुल एकदम।
मस्त
कितने का है?
आई 32,000 का फोन है सर
32,000 का फोन?
हाँ साहब लोगे क्या
नहीं नहीं, जब 10,000 के आसपास आएगा ना तब बताना हमको।
साहब 10,000 में कैसे आएगा
मुझे क्या समझ रखा है इसमें? मेरे को ना गिमिक में नहीं पढ़ने का है, मेरे को फोन चाहिए और कैमरा अच्छा होना चाहिए, बस 10,000 में बताना है तो बताओ।
Hey guys, what's up? This is Vinayak and welcome back to Beyond Pixels podcast. Today with me is my co-host Anirudh Iyer
हेलो।
and जो आपने पहले सुना स्टार्टिंग में that was basically about marketing gimmick.
Of course, we have been saying this for the past couple of episodes, I think.
Yes. And today we will be going a little deep into it and few more casual talks.
दिन बाय दिन जो कैमरास में जो फीचर्स थे उस फीचर्स के नाम को इन कंपनीज ने लेके उन्होंने अपने लिए एक बना दिया है, लाइक दे हैव मेड अ वर्जन ऑफ इट फॉर देमसेल्व्स। अभी फॉर एग्जांपल 5 axis gimbal stabilization. I mean, the gimmicks are keeping people away from art. If somebody wants to learn photography and learn what the art is about, they should be learning what the exposure triangle is, what composition is, etc. etc. But मेरे को gear अच्छा लगता है, मैं ऐसे कैसे बोल रहा हूँ? It is because companies, mobile phone companies, they pick all of these stuff from the pro cameras, consumer cameras that they're there, and then they pick up some elements from there, and then they put it in their phones, and then they sell their phones as a pro, as an alternative to that camera, which is not what it is. The problem is when companies invent new terms to sell their phones just to outbid their competition, because there are like 15 different companies which are making phones and they want to claim the top price in MKBHD's list every year. I want to be the top one camera,
The phone winning award.
yeah. So yeah, that's what the companies aim for, and of course they want money. That is their end goal. They don't actually care if you're a photographer or not. That is their end goal.
That is why they just show it like if you want to be a photographer,
This is the
buy all-
beyond, yeah. This is the
Yes.
beyond end all for
This
everything.
is the beast. एक बार ऐसा हुआ जब मैंने डीएसएलआर लिया था तो मेरे फ्रेंड ने मुझे पूछा भाई ये इतना छोटा सा लेंस क्यों है तेरे पास, वो लंबा वाला लेंस क्यों नहीं है, भाई क्या डीएसएलआर कैमरा लिया है तूने। इट्स लाइक लोगों को लगता है करके डीएसएलआर है तो तुम्हारे पास बड़ा बड़ा लेंस रहे, बजूका होना चाहिए तुम्हारे पास।
People always have to come and give their incredibly shitty opinions on everything.
But you know, by doing this, mobile photography community is growing a lot.
Yeah.
And ऐसा नहीं है कि like it's that bad.
No, I don't, I usually harbor on the fact that, I don't like to shoot with mobile, but still, mobile photography is bringing more people into photography.
Also, it's portable.
That's good. That's a good thing. It has brought more people into the art of photography. And जब से mobile phones आए, how many millions of people upload their photos every day to the internet?
I know that if I talk about this specific brand. So what Oppo did was it brought up the selfie camera gimmick. It said कि इसमें सेल्फी तुम्हारा सबसे क्लियर आएगा, तुम गोरे हो जाओगे, तुम ये हो जाओगे, तुम वो
My
हो जाओगे।
God.
10,000 फिल्टर्स है उसमें, ये है वो है, एल्गोरिदम्स है, एंड तुम्हारा सेल्फी एकदम मस्त आएगा। एंड आफ्टर दैट व्हाट हैपेंड इज टिंडर पे जब वो लड़की फोटो डालती है बंदा पड़ जाता है।
Did you have a personal experience on Tinder like this?
Nah, I don't though, but I'm just saying this is what happens in real life.
I sense something has happened and you are just saying no, abhi.
No, it's not like that's a secret, my friend.
No, the thing is not only that one company, but every company is now like focusing a majority of their time on the camera.
This is the first generation of an under display selfie camera.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
What do you think about that?
Very cool. I think it is very good that it is coming out. I mean, we knew that this was going to come 2 years ago when under display fingerprint sensors came. The next thing people were talking about that we could have under display cameras. The good thing about that is that there will be no notch and we could have a whole display art to ourselves.
जो crispiness है, जो notch वाले selfie cameras outside the display वाला जो रहता था, उतना crisp नहीं है because it's first generation obviously. They are trying out this tech for the first time. So also there is this thing that I heard yesterday. It blew my mind. MI is going to launch a phone. It has a liquid lens technology.
Damn.
Lens that is in a liquid form.
Oh, okay. Where have I heard this before? Go on, go on. I'll tell you where.
Okay, so what does it do is कि एक लिक्विड रहेगा
Mm-hmm.
जो कैमरा के ऊपर रहेगा
Mm-hmm.
and the camera can shift. It can change its focal length and all of those. Also, the most like beneficial part of this thing is कि जो motion shakes रहते थे, जो jittery videos and वो सब आते थे हमारे, वो इससे कम हो जाएगा. Just like the human eye, they have
Now have you
specified this
come?
thing.
Exactly. They have tried to replicate the human eye basically.
Yes.
Except हमारे इसमें फोकल लेंथ चेंज नहीं होता, सिर्फ अपना फोकस चेंज होता है.
Just imagine कि like अभी टेक्नोलॉजी कहाँ से कहाँ जा रही है.
That is still like a first generation thing, na? It is also first generation thing. It is
हाँ,
lot. It has a long way to go now.
Just imagine, but कि like चीजें कहाँ से कहाँ जा रही है. But imagine कि like अगर same चीज liquid lens technology comes to a DSLR
Nah.
someday.
We already have something which is superior and it works already. And
Mirrorless.
it's very fast. The lenses that all we already have.
हाँ, but नहीं. It's like this. I'm talking about the size. See, if a 200 lens that big goes to a liquid lens technology and it gets the height of the lens gets shorter, just imagine that it would be much more feasible to carry that and just shoot it.
Yeah, but mirrorless lenses are already smaller than DSLR lenses.
हाँ, अगर उससे भी छोटा हो गया तो just
हो
like.
सकता है, maybe it can be.
Also, do you know कि like Oppo का एक नया फोन लॉन्च होने वाला है. I guess Reno नाम something. I don't know. But do you know it has 5-axis optical image stabilization? 5-axis.
Damn.
अब तक 4 था. 5-axis. अब तक 4 directions में काम करता था वो. So which one is the fifth? Guess कर.
Is there another dimension?
This is actually funny. You know why? Because वो 4-axis है नाम का and वो घूमता है एक ही axis में.
Exactly. है क्या?
It's like right, front, left, back.
आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे राइट लेफ्ट खत्म 3 एक्सिस 4
ऊपर
एक्सिस
नीचे
खत्म.
नहीं होता है वो.
ऊपर नीचे ही होता है. इफ यू फ्लिप द फोन ऊपर नीचे होता है ना.
हाँ ठीक है वही चीज बट द फिफ्थ इज कि इट विल सेमी रोटेट इटसेल्फ. द सेंसर इज गोइंग टू सेमी रोटेट
Like a tilt shift lens.
या टिल्ट शिफ्ट काइंड ऑफ.
Kind of.
So they have called it 5-axis.
Ooh, now there is something you can charge people 50,000 rupees extra for.
Yes. So talking about algorithms, do you know this thing Luminar AI?
Yeah, it has an artificial intelligence and you click one button and it says मेरे को sky बदल के दे. Wee, sky बदल के देते थे.
अरे यार बट पहले लाइक जब फोटोशॉप में थे ना इट वाज सो एक्साइटिंग वो एक त्रास होता था उसमें गलती से थोड़ा भी इधर उधर हो गया एंड यू हैवंट व्हेन यू स्क्रॉल योर ब्रश मास्क आउट एवरीथिंग एंड देन यू मेक दैट वन मिस्टेक एंड उसके बाद यू प्रेस अंडू एंड देन उसके बाद वो पूरा फिर से
पूरा
वापस
चले जाता है वापस से. No, these AI tools are made to undo the trace, I guess. So that
make it more simpler.
you don't have to go through the trace every time.
It
अभी तो
also
बोलते हैं तो एक घंटा एडिट करता है अपने फोटो को.
हाँ
If something happened and you cut down the time from 1 hour to 15 minutes, won't you do that?
also there is this thing जो portrait photos है you can also increase the size of the iris.
Okay, you want to look more like an alien than a human? Okay,
ना
it's your
मेरे को
choice.
आयरिस का साइज बड़ा करने से वो याद है वो सिंड्रेला एंड वो सब एनिमेटेड मूवीज में बड़ी बड़ी
हाँ,
आंखें एंड छोटा छोटा मुंह फिर क्यूट बनाने का.
निंजा हथौड़ी में देखना इतने बड़े आंख थे और वो उसका ग्लासेस निकलता था इतना सा था उसका आइरिस वैसा.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But also there is an action in like you can also do the complete makeup. You can increase the cheekbones.
Yeah, but usually this would take you like 15-20 minutes or even an hour if you want to do like a complete touch up
Hmm.
in Photoshop
Mhm.
by manual mode karega to. But using AI it would take 5 minutes, I guess.
Speaking of something that took multiple hours to edit, there is this guy. इसके बारे में मैंने like 2 महीने पहले सुना. His name is Prathamesh Jajju. This guy lives in Pune and he clicked a photo of the moon. A photo नहीं बोल सकते उसको.
फोटो नहीं बोल सकते उसको अभी.
He clicked 50,000 photos of the moon and the file size imagine कर चल तू guess कर ले कितना रहेगा.
Easily it would fill a 1 terabyte hard drive. But I know something about astrophotography that you might not know. They actually don't use very high resolution for cameras. They use very low resolution cameras, and they take multiple thousand shots of the sky. That is why they get such a crisp shot. Some people even use a camera that is as low as 2 megapixels,
I'm speechless.
but they take 10,000 shots.
Okay.
Okay,
तो
that is how
are
they're
you telling
compensating.
do you mean like कि like हर एक पिक्सल के जगह पे एक एक ऐसा वैसा प्लेस करते हैं उसको and then
No, no,
उसको
no, no. Sometimes they do that, but
हाँ
their process is they place the camera telescope के यहाँ पे. They use a telescope,
हम्म
telescope tracker सब mount करके
हम्म
उसके यहाँ पे they place their camera which is very small,
हम्म
and then they proceed to track that celestial object and take usually in multiples of thousands of shots. And then they have like 2 to 3 software where it filters out the shots where जहाँ पे clouds आया हो या plane आया हो, कुछ भी एक shot गंदा हो गया तो shot को automatically filter करके, and then there is another software that stitches all of these photos into one, and that's how they make one large file, or that's how they do astrophotography.
उतना पेशेंस मुझ में भी नहीं है
For any normal photographer, 50,000 शॉट देख के उन लोग बौखला गए रहेंगे कि what the hell.
Obviously. Even I was. So the thing is, he made the final photo, and that final photo का size was 600 MB. Last to last, what I remember is 75 MB का photo, जो हमने निहार का फीचर किया था अपने एडिशन सेकंड
Yeah,
में.
that was 75 megabyte JPEG. Yeah,
That was around like 72 MB.
because his
And
camera, उसका camera का sensor size is 42 megapixels, इसलिए उसका बड़ा. We are talking about sizes again.
every time we end up in this.
Sometimes size does not tell the entire story. There is a camera brand called Hasselblad. They specialize in making medium format cameras. A majority of their cameras don't have very fast autofocus. तो 10 साल पहले का Canon का कैमरा उठा कोई भी, उसमें जो autofocus का स्पीड है ना, उतना उनका अभी है. But still, their flagship camera has a 400 megapixel sensor. 400 megapixels means every shot that you take will occupy 2.5 GB. To put that into perspective, तेरा अभी जो कैमरा है, you can take 1,000 shots or even 2,000 shots तेरे मेमोरी कार्ड में. इसमें तो डालेगा, पहला बात तो तेरा मेमोरी कार्ड उसमें ये नहीं करेगा, एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा वो एक बात है. दूसरी बात, how many shots will it take to exhaust 64 gigs?
32?
Done.
Like
30 shot खत्म.
these shot. It might be so crisp.
You are basically back to film era when you have only 30 shots. You know why? Still, why people prefer to go get this very, very bulky, very hefty camera that is also very slow?
Why?
Because of their color science. Color is basically उनका
Okay.
खुद का है. Everything is their own.
Hmm.
Plus, they test every single sensor that goes out of their factory, and they only make 10,000 cameras a year. Unlike other companies which make in the millions of units, they only make 10,000 cameras, and all of them are hand built.
Okay, yeah, I guess I have seen once. They check every detail. They test out the cameras with those, illusion boards and all, or those.
Yeah,
They test out with those softwares
they
and all.
calibrate every single camera.
Yes, it's awesome.
So take this brand, put that behind your OnePlus phone,
And make it a OnePlus 9.
and sell it for $1,000. What an amazing idea, right?
Yes.
Also, did you see the video of Dave today comparing a OnePlus 9T and a OnePlus 8T?
No, I haven't seen that.
8T के पीछे कुछ लिखा नहीं है, सिर्फ OnePlus का ब्रांडिंग है.
हाँ
9T के पीछे Hasselblad का नाम
Hasselblad
है,
लिखा है.
लेकिन उनमें फर्क कुछ नहीं है.
अच्छा है मैंने OnePlus 8T ले लिया. And I didn't wait for the OnePlus 9 Hasselblad कैमरा के साथ वाला.
Exactly. Now you would have been boasting मेरे पास Hasselblad है, मेरे पास Hasselblad है. So we don't have a lot of stuff to talk about, anything more about marketing gimmicks and that garbage, but we have a fun game for you. It's called Would You Rather. Would you rather shoot with a 5 megapixel camera or shoot at f11?
5 megapixel camera.
Why?
Well, depends on what gear I'm using. With the 5 megapixel or it's f11. मुझे फोटो क्लिक करने से मतलब है, चाहे वो कोई भी एपर्चर में हो.
You would prefer 5 megapixel?
हाँ, क्योंकि like
Okay, understandable. I would pick f11 because there are two genres that come into mind which I can use them both at and get very good results. One is landscapes. Landscapes may usually you don't want
I get it.
shallow depth of field. You want a large amount of area and focus. And then second thing, wildlife. क्योंकि लेकिन wildlife में when we use very big lenses, 800 millimeters or 1000 millimeters, at f11 you are still getting a shallow depth of field when the subject is very far away because you have a very big focal length. So I don't think the f11 will matter as much as the lens will or what genre I'm shooting will. Of course, nightscapes में ये होने वाला है, but I won't
हाँ,
shoot nightscapes. Simple. My second question: would you rather shoot with your phone only, or only be allowed to shoot 5 shots a day with any camera of your choice?
that's a difficult one though. It depends on this thing.
It depends is going to be the answer for I think almost every question I have in here.
See, I can pick both.
You have to pick one. That is the point of this game.
नहीं, see, it depends on the thing कि like if I'm traveling, तो उस चीज़ पे depend.
Dude, you have to pick one and say why.
Shoot for life
It might not be for life. It might be for 1 week or 1 month or 1 year or something like that. But still, would you rather?
with phone
Okay.
because
You like to take a lot of pictures, basically.
yeah.
I'm the complete opposite. I would take only 5 shots a day. I'll be fine with it. But since I know I only have 5 shots to take, I'll make sure that all of those 5 shots are very good.
Well planned.
I will treat my camera, any camera that I have, like a film camera.
But that's the thing कि like I like to click every moment, even if it's a street.
The thing is, you don't have to click every moment.
Nah,
Most
it's
of
not
them
like,
might be boring.
See, when I go out on traveling, it's a different. Like I kind of switch on both to videos and photos. So it depends.
Would you rather shoot with manual focus or be stuck at ISO 6400? This is an easy answer.
Manual focus.
Manual focus for me too.
Why?
I'm not in a situation where I ever shoot at ISO 6400, so I don't think it is beneficial for me.
Would you rather shoot in JPEG or shoot in RAW?
Yeah, I would shoot RAW. Yeah, I would shoot RAW. There is an option where I can switch between compressed and uncompressed RAW. So uncompressed RAW mein every shot is 55 megabytes. Compressed RAW mein every shot is 30 or
32.
25 megabytes. Yeah, something like that. So even if I shoot compressed RAW, that is still giving me a lot more flexibility than shooting JPEG. But I have a Fuji, so I can shoot JPEGs also.
Would you rather shoot at 1:1 crop ratio or shoot everything at f1.4?
Shoot everything at f1.4.
Why?
Because I can control everything else, basically. I can use ND filters.
Okay.
And when the subject is far away, the 1.4 won't mean anything.
But you can do the same with the 1:1 crop.
1:1 crop means you only have that.
उसमें भी तो तू सब मैनुअल मोड से सब कुछ कर सकता है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
But I'm getting 3:2, I'm getting 4:3 otherwise crops, which is like the full length of the sensor. 1:1 में क्यों shoot करूंगा मैं? Would you rather shoot in harsh sunlight or not process any of your shots?
I would like to shoot in harsh sunlight.
Why?
Because it's like I have never tried this thing, but I want to do it. See, there is an art harsh sunlight में भी photos काफी अच्छे आते हैं. ऐसा it's not कि like always कि like थोड़ा cloudy होना चाहिए, थोड़ा
हाँ पता है, compose करना पड़ता है.
हाँ. See, I have seen this kind of photo जिसमें सेंटर में एक प्रोडक्ट है एंड आजू बाजू में शैडोज है एंड सेंटर में से एक हार्श लाइट आ रहा है जो प्रोडक्ट का जो लोगो है उसी को हाईलाइट कर रहा है. That's some kind of harsh light photo. It's eye pleasing and satisfying.
I said harsh sunlight. That photo was shot in a studio.
हाँ, but the meaning is same. harsh sunlight बाहर जाके भी सेम चीज अगर तू सेटअप
Sunlight
करे.
you can't control ना. That is the point. उल्टा ही चला गया तू.
I have this question for you. Would you rather have the same camera forever for your lifetime or the same computer?
Same camera. Please.
Same.
Thank you.
Why?
You first.
See, according to my camera, right now I have a computer with 16 GB of RAM and a good processor. So I don't think so कि इतना matter करेगा अभी मुझे अभी.
So same camera or same computer?
Same camera.
You don't want to upgrade to a new camera. Okay. But I would like a new monitor though.
Color calibration.
Yeah. Which by the way is the most underrated part of photography. कोई भी तेरे को बताता नहीं है कि you would need a very good monitor for that.
Would you rather be a wedding photographer for life or a fashion photographer for life?
Wedding photographer, easy.
Why?
क्योंकि in wedding photography you don't have to make the models look like plastic dolls. That is why.
Okay, but that is not like कि जरूरी है. Fashion photography में बहुत
जरूरी
scope
है.
है.
जरूरी है. मेरे को पता है. मेरे को experience है. जरूरी है.
Fashion photography is also an art. Wedding photography is also an art.
Whatever is your opinion.
Fashion photography में भी storyboard design होता है.
हाँ बहुत होता है.
नहीं आज
Fashion photography for ages has put forward this stereotype that you have to be of this body size, you have to be of this body color so that you are attractive, so that you can get in front of a magazine. You know, magazine cover में front जाना है तो तेरे को ऐसे होना पड़ेगा. They have been purporting that for ages. We only said that about the magazines themselves. We have not talked about the photographers themselves. In the end of the day, everything is edited on post. And I have done this.
Retouching.
Yeah, retouching. It's called retouching. People are called retouching artists.
See, what I know is there was this company, I don't remember its name. 3-4 साल पहले उनका sales बहुत drop होने लगा. So they were using those slim and as you said, अच्छे दिखने वाले लोग, and suddenly their sales started to drop. Then what happened is they didn't consider those the good slim girls and all of those. Even the girls who were fat, okay, they used them. They clicked pictures, and suddenly there was a rise in the sales.
फोटोग्राफी के बारे में बोल.
Fashion, I would.
Why?
बिकॉज़ आई हैव नेवर डन इट. मैंने दोनों भी नहीं किए. ठीक है? बट वेडिंग में मुझे सच में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. बट फैशन में आई थिंक आई कैन प्ले समटाइम्स विद कलर्स एंड मेबी आई कैन डू समथिंग.
Maybe. Okay.
मेबी. तो अभी शादी के बारे में बात कर ही रहे हैं. तो वुड यू रादर मैरी अ फोटोग्राफर?
I'm going to stop you right there. I will not marry. Thank you. Next. In a hypothetical situation, if your camera bag falls, would you save your lens first or would you save your camera body first?
छम से जो टूटे कोई सपना. सच्ची में वो उस मोमेंट पे ऐसा बनेगा, ऐसा थोड़ा माहौल बनेगा. एंड आई वुड सेव माय कैमरा बॉडी फर्स्ट.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
बिकॉज़ आई डोंट नो, क्योंकि बस लेंस नया आ जाएगा, बॉडी नहीं आएगा.
Body भी तो नहीं आएगा.
बॉडी आ जाएगा यार, बट इट्स वे मोर एक्सपेंसिव.
Same case with me actually. Okay, so coming back to gear, would you pick up multiple prime lenses or have one zoom lens?
मल्टीपल प्राइम्स. आई लाइक टू शूट स्ट्रीट अ लॉट.
Okay.
एंड स्ट्रीट में इफ यू हैव अ गुड बोके, अ लेंस विद अ गुड बोके, इट गोस क्रेजी.
I would have picked the other way around actually. I would have picked one solid, reliable zoom lens instead of 3 different prime lenses. If you want to switch between 18 to 35 millimeter, you would have been wasting 5 minutes of your time unscrewing it, screwing it back, putting it again, and then taking your shot. In a zoom lens, I would just, flip my ring.
I
You would
get
miss
it.
multiple shots switching between lenses in street. And nobody wants to see you do the crazy thing in the middle of the street. See, I have a prime lens right now. I'm speaking from experience. I would rather have a zoom.
And me speaking from a Zoom experience, I would like to have a prime lens.
I guess we can't find a solution to this right now. We will just have to call this a day. But this was very interesting to know. Thank you all for joining, giving us your time today. My name is Anirudh and with me is Vinayak. And we will see you in another episode very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.